Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Are you an inspiring entrepreneur? Or maybe you're an entrepreneur looking to take your business to the next level. My name is LarryWBrooks, and I am the author of Empowering Quotes for the Entrepreneur in You and The Entrepreneur Code. In these two books, I guarantee you there's success secrets that will take your business to the next level. I personally invite you to visit LarryWBrooks.com. Go under the books link and purchase your signed personal copy from myself. You have a great day and have an awesome 2020.
Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I urge you to do so at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate, please visit our website at brooksanddavis.com. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you Thursday. We have a really exciting episode planned for you today. Normally, this is the part of the show where I introduce my co-host, the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. But he's not here today. He's out on assignment, so we have a very special co-host sitting in his chair today. You have seen her as a previous guest on the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. And if you have not seen our episode entitled The Year in Lending, I urge you all to go back and check that out in the Prime Real Estate Network archives, because today's co-host is the owner and founder of Beyond the Close Consulting, and she is a lender with Great Bay Lending. I want to thank her for sitting in for the Texas Real Estate King. Thank you so much, Miss Brandy Sams. How you doing?
I appreciate the opportunity. I'm doing really, really well. Today's a fabulous day. We're going to have a fabulous episode. I can't wait to talk to our special guest. And so with that being said, my name is Brandy Sams. I am a licensed nationwide residential, multifamily, and light commercial lender, as well as I do business consulting for those small business owners out there who need a friend in order to make sure that you can get the income that you need in order to make the impact that your business deserves. So with that being said, Rick, I so appreciate this. Larry, we miss you.
No, but you know, the cool part is I'm sure everyone in the audience had no idea that they'd see you on the show again so soon.
Right.
But a lot has changed since your last appearance on the Prime Real Estate Network. And if you would not mind, could you share with the audience your latest partnership?
So I have, which latest partnership are you referring to?
With Grace Building, man. Oh, well, you have so much going on, so please.
So my company is the preferred lender for Grace Building Company. They are an amazing builder here in Houston. So they build duplexes for rent, either for primary occupancy and or for investment purposes.
Yes.
But the thing, you know what? Gilbert and Grace Building Company, one thing I like about them is they take the time to have the details that you need. Whether or not you're renting or you're a renter in the property or you are the owner in the property, what you do know is that you will have the top finishes, the detail. Like when I went through the detail, it feels like home.
And the great thing about you and partnering with Grace Building Company is because all of our audience members will have the opportunity to go back and check out the past episode we had with Mr. Gilbert Okoronkwo, founder of Grace Building Company, and that is Pure Hustle Day. So I want to say you go back maybe 3 or 4 episodes, you'll get an opportunity to meet that gentleman. But him and Miss Brandy have combined their powers to be able to help people invest in multifamily projects. So I want to thank you so much for doing that, and thank you so much for sitting in today again, Miss Brandy.
Not a problem. It's my pleasure.
Now, today's guest, I'm really excited to introduce, because as someone who has gone out and entertained themselves in the city of Houston for decades, she is one of the most renowned entertainment event planners in the city. I'm sure so many members of our audience have had an opportunity to enjoy her events and take advantage of all the things that she's offered, but having no idea who was the person behind everything. So I want to thank her for sitting in today and introduce the founder and owner of Jerri Mc Enterprises and Signature Events by JJ. Thank you so much for sitting in, Miss Jerri Mc.
Hey, I like that introduction.
Great. So now,
thank y'all so much.
You know, it's an honor and a pleasure to have you, and I want to thank you so much. I don't want to waste any time because, like I was mentioning, I hang out a lot. I've hung out in Houston majority of my life from every Thursday to Sunday. So could you share with our audience what it is you do with your company and some of the venues that you service that we may have had the opportunity to enjoy ourselves and hang out at?
Of course. First of all, let me start by saying how beautiful my co-hosts are here.
Aww.
This guy, Rick, is sharp, y'all. Y'all haven't seen the suit, but he's
Yes.
sharp. And Brandy, you're beautiful. So I just want to say thank y'all for the opportunity to be here. Yes, I am Jerri Mc. I go by J Mac on social media and all platforms.
So find her now, search her, search.
Yes. Right now, right now.
Right now.
Find me. I'll give y'all all the plugs later. But yes, to answer your question, yes, you said decades like I'm old, but okay, I'm a
No, I said I've been hanging out for decades.
Oh, you've been hanging out for decades.
That was me.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
I know, I've been outside for a minute.
I am a little up there in age, but yes, I have been in the entertainment industry for quite a while. I was doing it just on the side, just something I love to do. I used to always like to throw parties, throw events, and I decided, hey, why not try to make money doing it, right? So I started off doing nonprofit. It was called JOR Girls Organizations. It was just giving back to the community, like putting on events and giving back to the community. And every time I did that, I would give back to two different charities that was touched my heart or that was deep in my heart. And then I just decided to say, hey, let's make this a profit. And I opened up Signature Events by JJ. Maybe a year before COVID hit is when I officially told everybody about Signature Events by JJ. So that's myself. And then I have an organizer by the name of Joy that helps me with all the events.
So now with Signature Events by JJ, pre-pandemic, what services and events were you putting into the entertainment space here in Houston pre-pandemic, just to get everybody have an idea of what it is that you guys were providing?
Of course. Well, I'm going to plug in my most successful thing that's going on right now, which is the Air Group, LLC, is Air Hookah. So I started off as wait until y'all find out about this. But no, it's a mobile hookah business. I started with my best friend of 20-something years. We was in the club one day. We were smoking some hookah at a lounge one day. We were smoking hookahs. We wasn't even that good at hookahs, actually. We were just smoking it because it was cool, right? And then we were like, man, we could do this. Literally, that's what we did. We just talked to each other and we said we could do this. And anytime we say that, we put our minds to it and we do it. That's just the way we work. We're very creative, and that's just the way we
I'm
do
curious because you and your friend, you guys had an epiphany, had this brainchild, planned it out and started putting the plans in motion. What barriers to entry did you face? Was it financial? Was it more finding supplies? What were the things that made getting the hookah business started challenging?
First of all, knowing your products and knowing your brand. We can't go out here and service anything without knowing it ourselves, right?
Absolutely.
So we can't be like, oh, yeah, we the hookah heads and we run in Houston and surrounding areas, and then people are like, well, you don't even know how to smoke a hookah.
Right.
So we had to perfect what we wanted to come out to do first. So we trained ourselves and became pretty much trained in knowing how to do hookahs, from troubleshooting to knowing about the products to knowing about the different types of hookahs and things of that nature. And then the financial part came to where, of course, we funded it ourselves because we a strong believer in before we ask anybody else for any investments, we want to invest in ourselves.
Got to have some skin in the game.
Right?
That's a good point. That's a great
Absolutely.
point.
So yeah, the financial barrier was that we had to come out with our own money, and right before pandemic. Yes, we were in the major hot spots like 5 Central, 1515. We were at the Bajas. Just to name a few before the pandemic. Then COVID hit, reality hit, and we lost all those contracts. So we had to think of something else that would make us, because we had 30-something hookahs, not making any money in the venues.
Right.
What can we do now? I started getting calls. Hey, do you set up hookahs in the house? Hey, do you customize hookahs? I was like, yeah, we do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
There was a need.
You already know.
You solved the problem.
And I was already in my business partner, her name Felicia. Shout out to Felicia Dews.
Shout out, Felicia.
Hey, Felicia.
We was like, already in the process of doing that because we're a mobile business. We
Right.
always think ahead. So when people was calling me, I was like, manifesting right there. That manifesting is working. And I never say no because I believe in figuring out the problem. Unless I have to say no. Okay, you can say no on some things.
Right.
But when I know I can do it and I have it in my heart that I can do it, I push. So when people say, hey, you have hookahs? Yeah, we have hookahs. Do you sell them? Yeah, we sell them. And it just took off from there, and now we're here.
And that's great. And I want to ask you this, Miss Brandy, because I'm sure there's going to be somebody in our audience that hears this interview and is like, I like hookah. I hang out at happy hours. I want to start a hookah business. But financials are a barrier.
Right.
What advice would you give to those people who want to get involved and finances are an issue as far as getting their small business launching off the ground?
So I think one thing that I really love about this story is that she already had some things that were established. So she had a good sense of presence about what her business was, what problems she was able to solve with her business. And so that is a good start. Having a good solid business plan, having a good vision, being able to communicate those things to where someone would understand what it is you're trying to do and what kind of income projections you would have. Right. And then some of the other things that people can do is make sure your credit is on point.
Yes.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Because even if it's not on the business side, because your business technically or officially has not produced profit, what someone will invest in is you. And your credit report is your report card. It tells how you've handled your business financially. So before I invest my money into you or your business, I want to know that with the money that you've currently earned, you've been able to have successful relationships with other investors and have a track record of paying back the money. Right. Because at the end of the day, no lender is in it for what you want. What we're in it for is the interest that we charge you on the money that we lend you, and we want that back within the time frame that's set.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, because I want to make sure everyone in the audience have their feet firmly planted on the ground, and we all have correct expectations as far as the process and how it works. So thank you so much for that insight.
No problem.
I want to ask you this, Ms. Jerri. I'm a realtor, real estate professional, entrepreneur, and business person. Before the pandemic, there was a part of my marketing budget that was set aside for happy hours, going out to meet new leads, trying to attract new people. But of course, from the situation as far as health, the way it was spreading, we had to curtail all of that last year. But now that more people are being vaccinated, the city's opening up more, people are being a bit more relaxed, we want to, as an organization, start getting back out into the community. But of course, we have all the other things going on. And so I want to ask you this from a realtor's perspective.
Yes.
Do you assist realtors in a small event planning like happy hours and things like that? Can you take that off of their plate and get something like that set up for them?
Are you asking me a trick question? Because of course, I started small. I started doing things for others. I'm a big believer in giving back. And even though, of course, it helps me financially to get the money to do this, it also is what I love to do. I love to see people build. I love to see people network. I love to see people together and building on a brand or whatever it is that your success or your business is. So if I can be a part of that, I'm a hustle for it.
Absolutely.
So the good thing about me, again, I started off as doing events, but I started doing my own events, and I got really good with connections of venues and lounges and just different liquor brands, because I was a promotional girl. I started off as a promo girl.
Miss Jerri is the plug.
Hey, don't tell everybody now. I don't want them using me. That's the thing.
Now you have to pay this plug.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt. No doubt.
Give it away for free, but not but yeah, it is a business. It's a brand. So yes, I am able to do something from a small, gathering, networking event to something that's huge. I used to do weddings. I started off doing weddings on the side, not for my own self. I used to just coordinate weddings with people that I know. And then I did mine back in the day when I was married. So I just decided to kind of just grow off of that, what I like to see, and I like to see people together having fun. Not just having fun, but also doing business and making money as well.
I know, because one of the things Larry and I always try to impress upon our new agents when they first get into business to get out there.
Exactly.
Be in the community.
Exactly.
Be a name. Be a face. But when you're new, you don't know where start A is.
Exactly.
So that's why I want to make sure I implore all new agents, reach out to Jerri Mc. Let her set up your first few events, so that you can get your sea legs out there as far as marketing and promotion, and then from there you can be a bit more creative. But I would urge everyone to take your advice, reach out to you for your consultation, because that initial look, especially when you're in business, can be the first thing and the only thing people remember about you. So I want to definitely impress everybody to reach out to you from that standpoint.
For sure.
We're going to take a short break to hear from our sponsor, but when we come back to the Prime Real Estate Network, we're going to talk to Ms. Jerri Mc about her past as an entrepreneur and businesswoman and what inspires and motivates her.
I love it, love it, love it. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
I'll see y'all soon. What we got? What, 1 minute?
Thank you for tuning to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast.
Hey, Keisha. Hey,
we'll be right back.
I'm serial entrepreneur Larry W. Brooks, and I'd like to personally invite you to take a closer look at the Pure Hustle clothing brand, along with several books that I've authored to take entrepreneurs, small business owners to the next level of their business. So please take a look at shoplwb.com. How do you survive?
Rent to own is not a myth. Turn your rental payment into a down payment with Divvy Homes and the Prime Real Estate Network. All you need to qualify is a 550 minimum FICO score and $40,000 in annual income. If you've worked your current job for at least the last 6 months and you can prove that you have $2,000 in the bank, your dream of home ownership can become a reality. Please direct message, call, or email the Prime Real Estate Network today and learn more about this exciting new program. Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. You can follow me at Prime Real Estate Rick on Facebook and Instagram. You can visit our website at brooksanddavis.com if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate. I want to thank my co-host, Miss Brandy Sams, for sitting in today for the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate you. So. Stop playing. And I want to thank our guest, Miss Jerri Mc, for sitting in and giving up so many gems and games and revealing herself as the underground, behind the scenes, on the low plug that everybody should be using for their event planning. So, Miss Jerri, before we took our break, we talked about your company, your brand, your motivation for founding a company, and what niche you're serving in the community. But I want to talk to you in this segment more about Miss Jerri Mc, the entrepreneur and businesswoman. One of the things Larry and I appreciate about having this platform is that we get to interview entrepreneurs and give them a chance to illustrate their evolutionary path.
Yes.
Because we meet so many people who see this end product that they tend to undervalue the steps it took for you to get to where you are.
Yes.
So my first question for you is this. Could you talk to us about your life before entrepreneurship, before you took your destiny in your own hands?
Yes. So a little quick story about my past. I've always been passionate about entertainment, or passionate about giving, or passionate about bringing people together. It's a gift and a curse, though, to be honest with you, because people run you dry when they can.
Yes, ma'am.
But on when you say before, my before story is that I am a alumni from Prairie View A&M University.
Who you rooting for? PVU. Who you rooting for? Let me stop. Go ahead.
And I did take a semester out before I went straight to college out of high school, because I wanted to do this modeling thing and see how that goes. It actually, for me to be short and just not the typical, it went well for 6 months, and I decided to go back into college. 6 months later, my mom said, "Hey, I want you to get a degree." I say, "Mom, I promise you I'm gonna get a degree in 3.5 years. I'm gonna beat everybody, or all my class. I'm gonna either graduate with my class or graduate before my class."
Right.
So I promised that. I did that. So from there, I just started doing a lot of business. Like I had got an internship through the whole time I was in college. Then I, of course, got a corporate career, and I did that for 10 years. 12 years, actually.
You were in corporate America for 10 years.
I was in corporate America. I started off as a credit manager, and I moved my way up as a recruiter, and I was an independent contract recruiter for pretty much half my career. So, yes, I've always been in business or around people or networking.
So now this is interesting, because how long into that 12-year run did you start contemplating breaking away and starting a company and doing everything for yourself? Was it maybe year 5, year 6, or was it towards the end where you were like, look, cold turkey, I'm done with this, I'm taking over and I'm going for mine?
Exactly. I'm going to tell you this. I've always been a business person, so I always knew I wanted my own. I always knew I wasn't going to work for anybody for the rest of my life. But, of course, that was a young girl with big dreams. And then reality hit. I'm going to tell you right now, I stepped out on faith really when COVID hit, like completely out of the corporate field, was when COVID hit, because it made me be still, and it made me be still enough to know, what do I really want to do with myself? You know, what at this point can I do that I will be happy with, and I give always, you know, make everybody else successful. What can I do to make myself successful? And I said, you know what? It's time for me to step out on faith and start doing all these businesses I have. So they call me Jerri of all trades. That's my tagline name. So Jerri Mc Enterprise just got started during COVID. I started, you know, speaking in existence during COVID, telling people that's what I want to do. And then I just started doing a tagline called Jerri of all trades. So Jerri Mc Enterprise is just new to the world, as of I'm telling the world right now for the first time with you guys. But I've built my success up to this point. You know?
So you're not new.
I'm not
new.
The name is new, and putting all the things that I do under one umbrella is new. So I have my event planning company. I have the Hookah business. I do blindfold speed dating called Dating in the Dark. You know.
Wait.
Oh, yes,
No.
With Joy is my.
We're not gonna let you gloss over that. So please expound upon Dating in the Dark, because
I'm proud of that one.
You are absolutely the first guest that we've had that has an event called Dating in the Dark. So just a little bit for our audience.
I better be the only one, because that name is trademark. All right, so Dating in the Dark, I was hosting speed. So again, Jerri of all trades. I'm a blackjack dealer on the side. I do liquor promos on the side. I do brand ambassador on the side. And then I have all these other businesses that y'all know about. But what I said is, like, I want to just make sure that everybody know what I do under one umbrella. I need to do an enterprise, and that's when it's created. So Dating in the Dark came about when I started hosting speed dates for another company, and I was seeing things that wasn't working. I was seeing all these attractive, beautiful people around each other, but they really wasn't taking the time to get to know each other really. They were just like going by looks. So I was like, what's not working? And I used to always hear people say, Jerri, I liked her, but I didn't have nothing in common with her. Well, what did you do with that 5 minutes that you had? I was just looking at her.
And there it is.
Therein lies.
So I said, ching, ching. I said, you know what? Me and Joy, shout out to Joy, was in talks, and she knows I do a lot of events, and I was like, man, this is what's not working right now in speed dates. I said, I want that old school love back, where people would be on the phone all day talking about stuff that they had in common, not seeing each other, but what they had in common. So I said, you know what? What if they don't see each other, but they have to have the same common interests with each other before they see each other? I said, that's what's going to make the love last if they really are compatible. So I said, let's create something, Dating in the Dark. And we started doing that was it before COVID? Yep, 2019, right before COVID. And we did it right before Valentine's Day, because we wanted people to get in love. And I'm all in the mushy. I'm a Pisces, so I love romance. And I'm a dreamer and very creative. So it started from there, and this is going to be, I think we're going to do one in Atlanta, so we branching out. We Houston started, but now we're going to Atlanta, because we have, shout out to Bridget, a creator, content creator that's down there that's going to help us grow the Atlanta market. So now we're branching out, not just Houston, but we're taking this to Atlanta as well.
And, you know, I want to congratulate you, because the steps that you've taken and the successes you've had in such a relatively short time is something to be commended.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, it's really unique for somebody to grab a foothold in the market as quickly as you have and start expanding. And I want to ask you this, Ms. Brandy, because as a lender, as someone who helps small business owners, how often do you hear these type of stories of people that have a dream and they have a goal, and they come to you and their heart is just so big and open, and they just have so much energy, and by the time they get to you, they're just looking for some way to gain entry into the market? What is it that you do to keep them in that space to be able to fight the long fight? Because by the time somebody gets to you, I can only assume, Ms. Brandy, that they think, well, if this goes right, I'll be rich in 6 months.
Right.
2 years, right. So
2 years.
How do you help to set them up to, keep a certain balance as far as expectations, but to understand that being a business owner is a lifelong commitment?
Yes, it is.
So from that standpoint, what advice would you have for all those pandemic dreamers who've taken the time, like I say, they've written out their business plan, they are just super duper nervous to take that plunge, to either call you. They may even have your card in their purse already or in their wallet, but are just scared to call the number and actually say, please, Miss Brandy, help me.
So there's something that Jerri said that I think should be really highlighted that I really think is important. So I think that what institutional work sometimes does for you is it tells you that there's a glass ceiling. And it does it unconsciously. So whether or not you think, okay, well, I have to work 5 years in order to get to be a manager, then I have to work 10 years in order to be the vice president, and then if I do this, I do that, but then there's a cap. CEO is typically the cap. You can't go any further than that. Right. You can't expand any further than that. So one thing she did, and that I encourage you as a small business owner to do, is never, ever see the ceiling.
Keep reaching.
Just make sure that you recognize visually it doesn't exist. Yes. Right? Don't put it on yourself. Don't allow anyone else to put it on yourself. Just do not see the ceiling. The other thing in terms of lending or consulting or some of the things that we do for small business owners that we try to encourage you to do is, one thing she did was she still, even though she has these different services, that's how I see the things that you do. I don't necessarily see them as separate businesses because they're all connected.
Yes.
And they're all connected to the theme of entertainment.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So what some people try to do is do 12 different things that don't relate. Right? So it's okay that you have a dream and you want to do multiple things. Just pick one to start with, to start making money with, and then start adding additional auxiliary services that are complementary to what you're doing. Therefore, you can be in a position where you now have it all under the same umbrella, and the umbrella is protecting the same dream. And so that's one of the things that I really love that you did with even the hookah. That's entertainment too, with the bottle service. All those things, you know why? Because all those experiences make you feel good. You know what I mean? They do. They make you relax, right? They make you want to be yourself.
They put the happy in happy.
Right. Even weddings, all those things, it's a time for family and togetherness. Everything that you've done from a community standpoint to a business standpoint, whether or not it's non or for profit, has to do with people connecting to who they truly are.
Yes.
That is so important when you are talking about that. And from a lending standpoint, we're not necessarily concerned about where all of the money's coming from, right? But it does need to be connected because it does have something to do with your track record and your availability to deliver, even if you're in a different service area. But if it's connected to something else, we can be that bridge to help you get from point A to point B.
Stop playing, man.
Oh,
she giving out gems out here.
I love this girl.
Game recognized game. She looking real familiar.
She don't even know it.
What they tell her, game recognized game.
I like the way she talks. So, I love it.
Because we're getting to the end of the show. So, Miss Brandy, like I said, your knowledge and wisdom is invaluable. Please share with our audience all your contact information and how they can get in contact with you and your organization today.
No problem. If you are on Facebook or you are on Instagram, my handle is Beyond the Close. And so that tagline has everything to do with beyond the close of the day, beyond the close of a door, beyond the close of different things that you thought were supposed to be. There's always opportunity there. And then you can also reach us at 800-249-0089. If you're looking for a loan, it's loanswithbrandy.com, LOANSWITHBRANDY, not an I.com.
Thank you so much, Miss Jerri Mc. I want everyone that hears the sound of our voice to understand that they can reach out to you for all your myriad of services today. So please share contact information, IG handles with our audience, please, if you don't mind.
Well, I would love to. So my personal one, which also ties in, if you look at the bio, some of my businesses, and then I'll give you the one that's not tied in, is Instagram is I think it's up here. Oh, y'all can't see it from here. But at MS_JMAC06. Again, that's at MS_JMAC06. And if you go into the bio, you can actually see, like, I think Air Hookah is tagged on there, so you can follow us from there. Signature Events by JJ. We just started a page less than a year ago, so that's on there. And then our new page is dating_IN_the _dark. But
There it is.
dating in the dark. Just put your underscores in each one of those words. But it's dating in the dark with the underscores. All right. And if you need to reach out to me, I am not afraid to get my number out for entertainment purposes.
Right.
We're going to have to get you an 800 number.
I know, I didn't get 800 number.
Because this goes on repeat.
No, because we want people to reach out to you online so that you can get all the information.
Yeah,
but,
and I do screen my calls. So not just like so. It's 832-215-0308. And thank y'all for this time. I really appreciate it.
On behalf of myself and Mr. Larry W. Brooks, I want to thank you so much for carving some time out your busy Thursday schedule. It was an honor and a pleasure to interview you. And you always have a seat here with us on any Thursday where you don't have nothing going on that's too pressing.
Okay.
So just know.
Okay, now if I come popping up here on Thursday, don't be letting me outside that door like.
And now that you know Mike, it's all good.
Yes.
Miss Brandy, thank you so much for sitting in. Larry and I would both like to thank you for sitting in with us.
Problem.
It's an honor and a pleasure. And if I would ever need to call you again, I hope you can be as receptive to that call as you were today sitting in for us. So thank you so much.
No problem.
I want to thank everyone for tuning into the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. If you need anything, I'm only a text, inbox, DM, or phone call away. I want to thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you all next Thursday. Be blessed.
Bye.